I studied abroad in Bath, England. To start off with, I had to say bye to my dog, Cappuccino. He wanted to come with me. That's why he was in the bag. When I first got there, it was raining. It was raining. It was just how I imagined it being England. A cloudy, damp, cold place. And it was surreal seeing it for the first time as I had imagined it in my head so many times before I've gone on the plane. When I got to London, I smelled the air, and it smelled just like American air. Through my other trips abroad, through China, through South America, through South Africa, the air has always smelled different, but England was very similar to the United States. I quickly got out of my plane, grabbed my luggage, and headed down to the terminal to try to catch a coach bus. Even though it was nighttime, I made sure to explore the city. I saw this beautiful cathedral, the Cathedral of Bath. It was amazing. It was lit up. It was something I've never seen before. And then woke up early the next day so I could see the Bath with the sunlight. And it was quite different. I never imagined that Bath would be the way that it was. A lot of history behind it, a lot of old buildings, a lot of things I've never seen before. While in England, I picked up a lot of their local traditions. Instead of hanging out with my friends, I would hang out with my mates. Instead of playing soccer, I would play football. And instead of having a beer, I'd have a pint. My goal before I went to England was to really understand the politics around the time period, with a lot of this anti-immigration sentimentism going around, and having recently elected Trump in the United States, and England and the rest of the United Kingdom recently voting for Brexit. I was wondering how it would differ between the United States and England, and how things would be similar. These are my goals because politics, it's a major movement around the world. And the process of the way of people think, even though we're so far apart, today and age having the internet, a lot of our ideas are interconnected, and I wanted to see how our perspective differed from theirs in regards to the way we were brought up and in regards to what we really wanted in life. In the country, I was able to learn a lot of these experiences. Most of them came about with just chatting up some of my flatmates and understanding their story and understanding where they come from. And they had a lot to share. And I would always listen with open ears and with a big smile, just eager to understand more and more. I do think I projected some of my values to England. I did think it would be a little bit more similar than it actually was, and I was actually surprised how it wasn't. I did get a chance to interview my buddy that the university had assigned to me. We became very close friends. We both loved to play football. And we would always talk about politics because he really liked talking about it as well. In order to make sure that I wasn't thinking inside a box, that I was able to absorb the ideas of where I was at, I would always try to ask myself, am I putting myself out of my comfort zone right now? Am I doing things differently than what I would have done back in the United States? Am I giving others the opportunity to tell me about themselves? And am I actively listening? Through talking with my buddy, I was able to understand how similar we both really are. And not only through this experience of being able to meet people in England, but being in Europe and having the opportunity to travel to countries such as Germany, Belgium, the Netherlands, Ireland, France, Italy, meeting people from these countries that I never thought I would meet, and seeing the similarities between humanity all over the world was breathtaking to me. And in regards to politics, politics I found is very driven by the way things are portrayed by the media. When you talk to someone, especially for a long time, and you start to get close to them, you see how similar we are. But if you would talk about a controversial topic, like immigration or monetary relief for the poor, it feels like they don't actually answer. It feels like they just regurgitate something that they heard before in the news, a stance that they think they should stand for. Once a person starts talking about these subjects, they lose the passion in their eye in which they had when they were talking about other things. So I think overall I learned that politics, overall, it's fairly the same all over the world. People just want to make sure that their family's okay, that they're okay, and that they leave their children better off than they first came here. And then there are many views of how to get to that point. And the media has a lot of opinions about it, and politicians have a lot of opinions about it. But I think politics really is a pendulum, and we'll go to the right and then to the left. And you just got to make sure you're fighting for what you want and always thinking about it and understanding this, if that is truly what you want, and not just doing it because you hear something in the news. And then once I got back, being back, especially with the news, with our president, Donald Trump, having a lot of scandals practically every day now, I try to keep this in mind. And I try to ignore some of the fluff that goes around and some of the obnoxiousness that happens in our government, and I try to focus on what I can do myself right now to improve upon my situation and improve upon other people's situations, and really not take life for granted and hold my opinions with the highest regard, but to make sure that I get the full story and I'm not just following blindly behind what I hear on TV or on the radio or on podcasts or read on the newspaper. The experience of having a globally open mind, I believe, will allow me to think in different ways, in ways I never thought I would be able to think before. And I'm really excited to see where this leads me in regards to my goals in life, in regards to my career. I'm very excited for the future. But I really did love England and Bath, and it was quite the amazing experience. I would definitely recommend it. Thank you very much for your time. Hope you enjoyed my little video.